into a little bling, a little sparkle unboxing. Now, I know I just did a very sparkly unboxing with my new Chanel mini sequin bag, which I am quadrupling with, I don't know how to say that. Anyway, the Fab Four of us who own that Chanel bag, thanks to Amelia Rose for starting the trend. I'm having a little bit of a sparkly, blingy moment here. So yeah, if you want to see what I got and what is in this little box, which is very, very special, and I don't think that I've shared with you guys kind of what's going on. So anyway, let's get into the unboxing and I'll tell you the whole story. All right, so we're gonna do this box first, but before I get into it, I don't think that I ever told you guys. So if you remember, I did a Roger Vivier unboxing, it was a few months ago now, because I got them right after the Handbag Tribe left. So that was like back in the middle to like third week of August, around there. And I bought the loafers, which you guys know I have worn on repeat, and like I said, getting my cost per wear out of those like crazy. I love those. And I unboxed a pair of ankle boots that had the blingy buckle on it. So here's what happened. After like trying on the boots with some of my jeans, which is what I was primarily hoping to wear them with, I just realized that they came up a little too high as it related to most of the jeans that I owned. So I ended up returning those. And in addition to that, I don't think I told you this either, I happened to be on Satire looking at some other things. I went on to the Roger Vivier, page or whatever, and was scrolling down and saw that they had my loafers for, I want to say, they were at least 40% off of what I paid, maybe a little bit more. I think those loafers were around $1,100 and I paid like $6 something for them. I mean, it was a great, fantastic deal. Like I said, at least 40, maybe 45% off. So what I'm trying to tell you is I ended up actually returning the loafers that I originally bought from Saks and the ankle boots that I bought from Saks back to Saks and ordered the loafers from Satire, which you've seen me wear, like I said, ad nauseum, and I've gone on and on about ad nauseum. They've been in favorites of mine ad nauseum, so we know I've gotten a lot of wear out of those. So because of that, I love, like I said, the loafers. Well, my lovely friend Emily, who is also a subscriber, messaged me the other day to tell me that they had on, I think, Farfetch, or maybe My Teresa, I can't remember which one of the luxury, like websites, had the brown version of my loafers, and they're in suede, by the way, on sale. And so I went to go look at those, and while I was looking at those, I happened to see that they have this pair of loafers, and I thought, you know what? I want these. As much as I love the brown ones, and I didn't get them, and now they're not on sale anymore. They were 40% off. And anyway, I'm just going round and round about this. Let's open what's in here. I did not get this from wherever I was, My Teresa or whatever. I got these from Nordstrom, as you can see by the tag there on the end. But let's see what I got. So like I said, you guys know I love the loafers, and I love bling, and I didn't get my bling anymore, so instead I got these. So here we have, and I haven't looked at these yet, so here's a little Roger Vivier. I'm assuming this is like a care booklet or something. And we have the dust bags. Is there two or one? There is one. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I'm thinking for the price, you could give me 2 dust bags. I mean, I realize that these would both fit in that dust bag, but especially with these, I think I would want 2 dust bags. Anyway, I digress. So let's open the lovely tissue paper And this one is actually wrapped, so let's take this one out because it's, I mean, it's wrapped, but it's not wrapped also in the tissue paper. Is that box there? Is that gonna stay? Okay. All right, so I got the, and it looks like it's still wrapped, so you're still not gonna be able to tell what I got. But you can tell I did get black, and these are actually in the patent, or if you are a friend from across the pond, patent. So mine that I have now, I think are technically a shiny calf skin. In fact, I'll go get my other one after I finish unboxing this and show you the difference so you can see the difference in the patent versus the shiny calf. But I got the patent black loafers with the bling buckle. Oh my gosh. How pretty are those? Now, my one concern, I don't want to say concern about these, is I think I've told you guys, I ended up going down to a 38, which is really interesting because if you look at the website and when I ordered this, it said the same thing. It said run small size up. And I've told you all, you guys, that I think they run big because I normally wear, like I wear 38 and a half in their boots and I take a 38 in these. So I decided to go with a 38. They had a 38 and a half, so if this doesn't work, I can always exchange them. But I was a little concerned because I know that patent, I feel like patent runs a little bit small. Let me know if you guys feel that way too. But anyway, we'll try these on. Let me get out the other one here. Here we go. Oh, they're so pretty. And I know some of you guys hate these, and I've had, you know, my mom said they looked like pilgrim shoes, and one of you said they looked like leprechaun shoes, but I don't care. I love them. So anyway, let me go get my other pair and I'll just show you the difference between the two different leathers. Okay, so I also grabbed some socks so I can try them on. But here is, I'll take the same foot. So this is my original pair. And I mean, you can see, you guys, like they literally, I mean, look at the bottom. You guys, I have worn these so many times and they don't even look like that they've been worn. But that is what this leather looks like. And then here is the patent version with the bling. Oh my gosh, so fun. All right, let me try these on. I am not wearing the right jeans or the right bottoms to really be wearing these, so I'll try to remember to do some cutaways when I'm wearing something that makes more sense. Right now I'm wearing bootcut jeans, and that's not what I would wear these with. But anyway, let me try them on and I will let you know what I think about the size. Okay, so I would say that I think they fit exactly how my calfskin ones feel. So I don't know what to tell you guys, because I know some of you have mentioned wanting to order them, and I think one of you pointed out the fact that it says that they run small, because I don't think I had noticed that when I guess because I had tried them on in store and bought it in store, I already knew what size I needed, so I didn't pay attention to like what an online recommendation said, because I didn't originally buy them online. I bought them in store, so I knew what size I needed. But I would say, yeah, these fit exactly the same. And oh my, you guys, this is the perfect marriage of the bling and what I will wear. Like, I'm so happy that I bought these. I wish I could have gotten them like on a satire or whatever. I will probably still try to look for them, because I don't think I'll bring these on the trip. I'll probably bring my regular ones on the trip. So these will probably just sit in the box until I get home. So I might keep my eye on satire or like My Teresa or something to see if these pop up maybe at a better price, especially now that I know for sure what size I need in them. But oh my God, I'm looking down at my foot because I have them on. They're so pretty. So anyway, let's get into what's in this box and I'll kind of fill you in on what's going on in my life. So I don't think that I've talked about this on this channel. I know I talked about it on my A Little Less Lisa channel, because I talked about it in relation to a very big, probably my biggest non-scale victory as it relates to my, health, wellness, weight loss journey. And for those of you, if you don't follow that channel, and like I said, I don't think that I've talked about it on here, David and I are going to be renewing our vows. And we actually talked about doing this back in around 2019, 2020, I think. And then obviously the pandemic hit and all that, and we didn't end up doing it. And to be honest with you, I never brought it up again because I didn't like what I saw in the mirror. And the thought of looking for a dress and taking pictures when I just didn't feel good about myself was honestly the last thing that I wanted to do. In fact, it's funny because a few months ago, Hannah asked, hey, you guys were gonna do a renewal, or you get your wedding vows renewed, or however she said it. And, are you, and I was like, this had to have been more than a few months ago. It was before I started on this journey. So maybe it was like a year ago. And I just brushed her off. I was like, no, we talked about that. That was back when we lived in Kansas City. And I don't think we're going to do that now. So anyway, so fast forward to kind of more present time, David brought it up again and he said, we never did that and I really would like to do that. What do you think? And I immediately and very happily said yes, of course. So as a little side note, actually, Morgan and Hannah and I are going to be going to Kleinfeld's where they do, say yes to the dress. Now we're obviously I'm not going to be on the show or doing the say yes to the dress, but we thought it would be fun since Morgan is now going to be living here. And anyway, Hannah has off of school and I have work off and Morgan has work off that day. And so in January, we're going to go and have an appointment at Kleinfeld's. I thought that would be fun. And Morgan was so excited about it. And anyway, and so when we were talking about it, I said to David that I would like to get a new ring because I wish I could remember what I've shared on which channel, but very long story short, my actual engagement ring got lost. And instead of replacing it, we just used the insurance money we were building a new house at the time. And I thought, it's silly to spend money on a new diamond. Just put that money towards the house. I will get, a cubic zirconia. Honestly, I can get then a big diamond, a big looking ring, and I could change the shape and whatever. I was just actually saying, because I was talking about this on my Little as Lisa channel, because I was giving a little bit of an update there, because like I said, I had talked about it as a non-scale victory, that I kind of felt, I guess, for a while about my ring like I do about my crowns. It's just fun, right? You can change what size the diamond is, and you can change the shape, and you can change what color the metal is, as your taste change and whatever. You're not locked into whatever you spent thousands and thousands of dollars on 5, 10, 20, in our case 32 years ago, although the ring actually that was lost was technically my second ring because David upgraded my ring for my 30th birthday. But anyway, I digress. So because all of the CZ rings that I had been wearing were way, way too big on me and falling off of my finger, kind of like, this ring, my Just on Clue ring, I used to wear on my ring finger, and now it's way too big for that and they can't size it. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I can move it to a different finger. So I said, hey, how would you feel about me getting a new ring and actually getting a diamond this time? And he was like, sure, absolutely. And I said, so I don't know if you're aware of it, but there are now, and what's extremely popular are lab-grown diamonds. And at first he was like, what do you mean? What is that? And I explained to him what a lab-grown diamond is. There is no difference between a mined diamond and a lab-grown diamond. The only difference is where it comes from. One is mined out of the ground and it took over 1 million years to grow, and one was grown in a lab, but they have all of the same chemical properties. Now, I know some of you are going to say, well, that's not really a diamond. And here's what I would say to you. because it is. And I guess if you're going to have that perspective about the fact that just because it was grown in a lab, then I would like to know how you answer this question or this point that I'm about to make. So some of you may or may not know, again, I never remember kind of what I share on here, but all 4 of our children are in vitro kids, okay? They're all IVF. Obviously, we did a round 1 and we got Morgan, we did a round 2, we got Jack, and then we did a round 3 and got a buy one, get one free with twins, okay? Now, I guess if you want to tell me that a lab-grown diamond is not a diamond, then I guess you're also telling me that my 4 children are not human beings, right? Just because they did not meet in my fallopian tube and travel down into my uterus and implant doesn't make them not humans, right? We still took my eggs and David's sperm and they got put together in a lab in a petri dish, and they started dividing in the petri dish, and after, several days of dividing, they then were transferred into me, and, then obviously they grew in me like a regular pregnancy. But my point is, they were started and they were initiated in a lab, okay? It's the exact same thing as a diamond, as a lab-grown diamond. They take a tiny little mine diamond and they put it in a lab and it grows from there. They create the same pressure and things that cause a diamond to grow in underground just to do it in a lab. Now, I know that some people say, ecologically or environmentally, that mine diamonds are bad. And so that's why, let's be honest, guys. I'm sure that there are some bad environmental things that come as a result of growing them in the lab. So I'm not going to tell you that that's why I decided to go with a lab-grown diamond. I went with a lab-grown diamond because, you guys, the price difference is crazy. Okay? Crazy. I'm not going to tell you how much we spent on this. You can go and Google whatever. But I will tell you how much a mined diamond version would be of this same size and grade and whatever. And it is staggering. They probably 6 or 7 years ago, when lab-grown diamonds kind of started coming into, more people knew about them and things, the price delta between a mined diamond and a lab-grown diamond wasn't necessarily that great. And so I think for a while, when given the choice, it was sort of like, well, yeah, it's a real diamond, but the price isn't that difference. And I don't know, let's just go with the mined one. Now the price difference, it's less than 10%. Now, you can pay a lot more, and, please don't go to Blue Nile, by the way. I know that they're like kind of the biggie, but we went actually and looked, and first of all, they don't really have any stones that are this large, and they would have had to have sourced one, and oh my gosh, their prices were horrible. So we went to the Diamond District. Now, obviously, we were very lucky in that, and if you are looking for a jeweler in the Diamond District, he can work remotely with you virtually, and you can do everything with him like over FaceTime or whatever. He was fantastic. His prices were really good, and the diamond that we got was amazing. Just amazing. So we looked at several different vendors in the Diamond District. And I think David said that there are like 600 different dealers in the Diamond District. And you guys, the Diamond District is literally 1 block long on 47th Street from 5th Avenue to 6th Avenue. 1 block, both sides. It's crazy. And it's all diamonds. It's amazing. If you've never been there, just to walk down the street and like look at all the windows and all of the diamonds, it's incredible. But it was very overwhelming. And, we went to a couple, and we went to one guy who we really, really liked, and he had fantastic prices. And, David's like, well, I think we should look more. And I was like, why are we going to look more? Like, you could look and look and look and look and look is my point. every single one of them is going to have a slightly different clarity, or, you know, or combination of clarity and color and whatever. And it's, you know, 6.03 carats, and one guy has a 6.15 carats in that. I mean, it's just, you could literally spend the rest of your life just looking at diamonds in the diamond district and not make a decision. So anyway, my point is that we really liked this guy. He had great prices, and he had a couple of stones that he showed us, and he actually had the exact setting that I wanted. So he wasn't even going to have to make the setting. So it was just going to be a matter of sizing it and, you know, putting the right like head on it for the stone and etc. And we looked at the stone, and it was pretty, but it didn't wow me. And the specs were great on it. I mean, it was a good clarity, and it was a really good color. All we were basically looking at was DEF color, so basically colorless stones. But we happened to stop at a place, not the place where I ended up getting it, but a different place before we went to this appointment that we had to look at these stones. And their prices were not good, but they had some absolutely stunning, stunning stones. And so I think I'm kind of glad we made that stop, because I realized how I should feel when I saw the stone. And so we were gonna go ahead with the ring, and I said, you know what? Give me a night to sleep on it. And part of it had to do with, I just really, really wanted to make sure that that was the setting I wanted, because honestly, I hadn't given it a whole lot of thought. And again, you could look at those things for days and weeks and years, because you walk into these places and they have, you know, trays this big that are like, you know, 10 bands across and 10 rows deep, and they've got 6 of them. I mean, you know, like 600 or 10 of them, you know, you could 600 settings or whatever. And it's again, so overwhelming. And so I said, you know what, if you don't mind, his name was Jacob, very nice. You know, we'll come back tomorrow or whatever. And so we stopped after we left with him into a place which I knew was going to be a little more expensive, but I had read really, really good reviews about him. And like I said, I will leave any of the details below if you want to get a hold of him. His name is Harry. It's called Delicate Gems NYC, Delicate Gems New York, something like that. And I had wanted to go in there before, but they were closed when we went the very first time. And so they were open this time. And I said, you know, I know it's going to be more, but let's just go look and see what he has and whatever. And anyway, long story short, we ended up finding this fantastic diamond, and he gave us a great deal. I mean, there was, you know, a little negotiating back and forth, and, you know, kind of talking about the one we had seen and how much that was going to be and all that. So anyway, without further ado, we just picked it up yesterday, and actually there will be a vlog about that, and then a little shopping vlog tagged onto it, which David came with me. He never comes on my shopping vlogs, but as long as we were out, I wanted to go see the new Louis Vuitton store and also look at Fendi's new holiday collection. So stay tuned for that vlog, but yeah, let me show you what I got. But first of all, I have to say, this ring box is so cool. It has a tiny little light in it that shines down on the ring. It's so cool. Anyway, it's the little thing, guys, okay? All right, so let me present to you, and then I will put it on my finger, my new engagement ring. I have no idea how this is gonna come off on camera. So that, hopefully, I never feel like it comes off well on camera. Anyway, let me take it out of here and put it on. I did have it on yesterday after I got it. So they had to make the setting for me, and I wanted diamonds on the band, but we wanted to keep it kind of minimal to really make the stone the main event here. So it has diamonds on all 3 sides of the top and then both sides, and then there are diamonds that come up the prongs, and then there's a hidden halo, hopefully you can see that, a hidden halo around the bezel or whatever. I don't know, whatever it's called. Anyway, this is called an elongated cushion is what it is. And it is a little bit big for me right now, but I wanted it a tiny bit big in the winter because my fingers swell in the summer. And so, you know, it'll fit me a little bit better. But that is what it looks like on, and it is a little big. Maybe I need to have it sized. I don't know. Anyway, we'll figure that out. But it is just over 8 carats. I think though, because of the elongated look, it says, I think that it looks more like a 10 carat or a 9 carat. I don't know, something like that. It is an E color and a VS1, I believe, as far as the specs are concerned. And yeah, we have all the paperwork, we have an appraisal on it. I'm forgetting now because I looked it up, like I said, a mined diamond version of this ring. I will put it on the screen here, but it was insane, absolutely insane that you would spend. I mean, you know, again, Powerball money, sure, buy the ring. Not Powerball money, yeah, no, go with this. Because like I said, less than 10% of the cost. Anyway, I just think it is stunning. I am so excited to have it. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely beautiful. Like it just, the stone, and I wish I'll maybe try to do some cutaways, but even on cutaways, I don't feel like, because I've taken some video, I took video of the stone originally when we first picked it out, and some pictures like to show the kids and everything, and it just, I don't know, none of them ever really showed what it looks like in real life and in person. But basically the whole process was fantastic. So I sent Harry a sketch of of the setting that I had seen, and then he took that and sent it to his jeweler, who then did a CAD drawing of it. And I will, if I have it, I will pop a picture up here of the CAD sketch drawing of the setting, which then obviously is what they use to make the mold out of. So I got that, and I had some questions about it because I just was really concerned based on the photos how the diamonds were gonna look on the side. I wasn't sure. And he assured me, he's like, no, these are gonna be, I don't remember what he said, it was set, and he's like, it's gonna look, you'll love it, whatever. And I'm like, okay, I trust you. And yeah, I could not be happier. It completely turned out exactly how I wanted. And so I would say if you go through the process and maybe the sketch, anyway, you'll maybe see what I'm talking about. But anyway, it turned out perfectly. I'm super, super excited about how it turned out. So yeah, I approved the CAD drawing, and then it took about, I would say about another 2 weeks. So it took probably about 2, maybe close to 3 weeks to get the CAD drawing. And then it was about 2 weeks from after I approved the CAD drawing to when he said it was ready. So yeah, I'm super excited. I am gonna get a new wedding band as well, and they will make that to like fit and work with this band. But we'll probably do that closer to when we're gonna do the renewal ceremony, which probably won't be until like maybe May or so, because I really want Jack to be able to come, and he's gonna be in busy season since he's an accountant. So he will basically have no time between now and the end of April, because he's on the audit side actually, and their busy season goes a little bit longer than the tax busy season. So lucky him. But yeah, so those, oh, it's on my foot. These are my new bling. What do you guys think? Bling shoes to match my new bling ring. So that is it, my friends. And what do you guys think of my little unboxing here? My new bling shoes and my new bling ring. Like I said, if you are in the market for any diamonds, I would highly recommend Harry from Delicate, I'll put it in the thing. I can never remember. He does have an Instagram, and I think, by the way, I think he posted my ring. So if he did, I know he was taking video of it when we picked it up so that he could post it. If he did, I'll leave a link to, or I'll leave his IG handle or whatever if you want to look at it on his on his Instagram page. So thank you so much for watching. Like I said, this bling just, it all makes me happy. Obviously the ring makes me the most happy. Not because, I mean, obviously I love the ring itself, but I'm just, it really was just a really special thing for David and me to do together, to go pick it out and try on different ones and find the right one. And honestly, he was really the one that made me pause on the other diamond, because he's like, I want to see your face light up when you look at it. And he's like, I feel like you're settling. And he's like, I would rather pay more money and have you just smile from ear to ear like a Cheshire cat every time you see it than just like, oh, it's a pretty diamond, like it's nice, whatever. Anyway, so I definitely got that with this. So anyway, let me know if you have any questions, or let me know in the comments what you think, like I said, of my little unboxing here. If you enjoy the video, I would love it if you would give it a thumbs up. It does help the algorithm. And if you enjoy this kind of content, I would love to see you back here. So click the subscribe button and the notification bell below. If you have not watched or seen enough of me quite yet and you want to keep on watching my videos, there'll be another one in the corner here for you to watch. And wherever you are, I hope you are having an amazing day or evening. And I will catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.